Well, welcome one and all, and guys, I hope you are ready for this video because I have been excited to bring you Lio Convoy, or as he's called nowadays, Lio Prime. One thing that I have to go ahead and bring out is I feel that lion transformers are a very rare thing. But you can see that the sculpting they've done in this guy, I mean, just even like the body proportions and how the different muscles and the claws and everything came out, that much like the Kingdom Boys, despite his robot bits poking out, the overall beast mode is really well done. And to be honest, I kind of like the fact he's got his original Beast Wars 2 colors, and you know what? I'm definitely digging it. So the last release of this guy that we got that was not a masterpiece was the Titans Return recolor. At the time, I was psyched. However, it does garner an appreciation in me and how far we've come when you actually try to make the dude look like he's supposed to. So I don't know if the end thing right now is to have a white beast mode, but you know what? I mean, these boys all rock that look because these are three beast modes that are well-known predators, and I think they look good together. But it didn't even dawn on me until I started filming this that we have lions, tigers, and bears.
Oh my.
Here he is with our boy Skywarp from Beast Wars 2. And if you want a little bit more of the Japanese love, his boss from Beast Wars Neo, Big Convoy. Especially in beast mode, I like the way these three boys look. So it will be interesting to see if we get any more of the Beast Wars Neo or Beast Wars 2 love coming a little bit further down the line. You may be wondering to yourself, why exactly does he look a lot like Optimus Prime? Takara likes to have each of their convoys to generally have some sort of Optimus Prime aesthetic to keep a sort of consistent look, and you can see that especially with these two convoys right here. One thing that I do want to go ahead and bring out also is that there was a comic that actually recast them as contemporaries of Optimus Primal, and so basically in that iteration the Beast era's version of a Prime was Big Convoy, and then like one of his top lieutenants, if not top lieutenants, was Lio Prime or Lio Convoy. So for a closer inspection, we can look at some of the magnificent detailing that it does blend that legacy aesthetic with the more anime style that you would expect. As you can see there on his pectoral, he does have the traditional Maximal emblem. Now the really cool thing about him is that when you open it up, all the convoys, they didn't have the matrix specifically, but they had an homage to it called an Energon matrix, which you can see is very clearly detailed in there, with apparently a blast effect port. So just because I have a surface knowledge of Beast Wars 2 canon, I don't think I've ever heard of him using his matrix as an offensive weapon of sorts, which I mean, that's kind of cool if it is. However, in that book that I mentioned earlier, as you can see here, our boy is getting ready to take on Shocker Act, which we have talked about in the past, was basically a Unicron possessed Predacon that was big, nasty, and mean, and you see here our boy is really unafraid to face on that Predacon. So you can see here that our boy does have the ability to dual wield, which I think he looks pretty sick in doing. However, if you want him to use even more weaponry, you can see that he has the ability to have up to 4 barrels. That also being said, he can use his traditional lion head attack to unload on the Predacons, which I think actually looks kind of cool. However, as you can see here, our boy is choosing to go with a more Wolverine approach. His aesthetic and engineering, they complement each other, and that's what I like about it, is it would be hard to make this guy look stupid. Sadly, however, we could not say the same for his Titans Return versions because it's untraditional, and I get the appeal behind it. However, there are a lot of folks that will prefer, like coffee, a more traditional blend, which on that case, probably the new Legacy version will appeal to a little bit more of a broader audience. Speaking of traditional blends, though, here we can see him with Polar Claw, which in that comic that we were just talking about, he did appear and fought alongside Leo Prime. And in seeing this, I love the Polar Claw figure, but I'm kind of hoping that they'll do a Legacy update, because as we can see with these boys right here, they look amazing. So maybe Polar Claw will get the same treatment. Oh, finishing this video old school with a battle scene at the very end. Because we don't have a Beast Wars 2 Galvatron, well, an updated one, they might do like a leader class version, which, you know, Mark and Evan, they like to have that sort of parallel. They like balance like I do, so that's what I like about those guys. However, I hope you enjoyed this look at Leo Prime from Legacy Evolution. And until next time, guys, we'll see you in another review.